Good morning, candidates. Good morning. One of the candidates appearing for interview for CIL has asked me to give some suggestions regarding the questions that can be expected in the interview. एक कैंडिडेट ने आपने रिक्वेस्ट किया था इंटरव्यू में क्या क्या क्वेश्चन आएगा उसका बारे में बता दीजिए ऐसा बोला है उन्होंने बोला है वो खाली टेक्निकल नॉलेज साइड में बता दीजिए ऐसा बोला है बट हमने सोचा इस अपॉर्चुनिटी को लेके हम आपको एक साथ में क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस कैसे आ सकते हैं बता देंगे इसमें आपको पहले भी हम बताया है आपको जनरल पर्सनालिटी रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे पर्सनालिटी रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस जरूर आएगा जिसमें दे विल आस्क यू टू टेल अबाउट योरसेल्फ then about your family, about your native place, about your college, about your district, about your previous occupation, what was the role you were playing. So they will ask you to tell these details. Then they can ask you what are your hobbies, why do you want to come to Coal India Limited, why do you want to come to Coal India Limited, why you are coming out of the previous job. These questions are general questions. These questions are general questions. See, in all these questions there is no the correct answer, the wrong answer, no such thing. You give whatever answer you are convinced of and be firm about sticking on to that one. That's very important. Then there can be questions on Coal India. For that, you should go through the website, and in the website, if you click home, you will get our vision, mission, and vision. Mission is to produce, market the planned quantity of coal and coal products efficiently and economically in an eco-friendly manner with due regard to safety, conservation, quality. Vision is to emerge as a global player in the primary energy sector committed to provide energy security to the country by attaining environmentally, socially sustainable growth through best practices from mine to market. मेरा point ये है whenever they ask question on mission and vision इसमें पूरा एकदम ठीक से बताने से अच्छा होगा. Same thing what they have given. Then when you click overview आपको मिलेगा about us, about the company. कोल इंडिया कंपनी का बारे में कब शुरू हुआ और how में what is the manpower and its subsidiaries in 84 mining areas spread through 8 states in India. Coal India Limited has 352 mines, of which 158 are underground, 174 are open cast, and 20 mixed mines. I actually don't know what is underground, open cast, and all. People who have studied mining and all, they will be knowing it. CIL further operates 12 coal washeries. Washeries का मतलब क्या है? You please get to know that also. CIL has 26 training institutes, 84 vocational training centers, Indian Institute of Coal Management, State of Management, or Center of Excellence. So you please go through this. I don't mind reading this, but it is necessary for you to go through and understand. It tells about Mahanadi Coal Fields, MJSJ Coal Limited, MNH Shakti Limited, Mahanadi Basin Power Limited, Nilanchal Power Transmission. Okay. Then SCCL has 2 subsidiaries, Chhattisgarh East Railway, Chhattisgarh East Western Railway. Then the website also tells about unmatched strategic relevance, how Coal India Limited is progressing in a way that India wants. Then it is also telling about production and growth. CIL has produced 602.138 million tons. So that you can go through that. Then it is also telling about projects, about 107 mining projects, annual capacity of 625.91 metric ton. Please go through all these things detailed. I am just telling you one or two points. Then they are giving importance for clean coal technology. That coal, though it is black and dirt and all, they want to give it in clean coal. Similarly, consumer satisfaction is another thing, and they are mentioning about that Uttam, some website launched also. So please go through this link, Coal India about us. Yeah, please go through that. That will really help you. Acquisition of coal assets abroad. Not only in India, they also acquire assets in abroad. उसका बारे में Russia, so many things, Far Eastern Russia, such पढ़ लीजिए. Touching people's lives at grassroots level. Say here, they say about sustainable inclusive model of growth. The company pursues mining with a human face. So उसका बारे में थोड़ा सीख लीजिए. Coal for environment and environmental management. इसका बारे में बहुत बड़ा पैराग्राफ दिया है, पढ़ लीजिए. और कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी का बारे में दिया, पढ़ लीजिए. एंटरप्राइज रिसोर्स प्लानिंग. Phase 1 of Project Passion is in realization stage, and Coal India is endeavoring early SAP ERP implementation at ECL, BCCL, CCL, CMPDI, NCL, SCCL in Phase 2. Please get to know what is the expansion of these names. Then system improvement in project monitoring, please find out. Safety policy of CIL, first mile connectivity, उसका बारे में क्या बोलता है देख लीजिए. Future outlook क्या. So I'm just telling you because everything is important in the website. Overview may it is telling about the board, who is who, about chairman, about history, everything about the achievements, about CIL MOU, corporate song, what is it? Then about their business products and services, marketing, sales, quality, auction. What is the performance, physical wise, financial? People appearing for those chartered accountants and MCOM people, please go through this financial. Then news and media, CIL in media, if you get some point, you get to know that. Then in this info bank, they are telling about manuals, circulars, notices. All these things are given. Please go through that from the website of Coal India Limited. Now I am coming to chartered accountant questions. Chartered accountants are not ordinary people, they are very experienced people having studied commerce, cost account, chartered accountancy, etc. They will be able to manage all the questions that they pose. But sometimes in the interview, they ask very simple question like, say, tell what is balance sheet, tell the important aspects of balance sheet. What are the things that will come under liabilities? These things you are not able to explain. Tell what are the things that will come under asset side. You think it is taken for granted and you are not preparing in detail about that. Then about intangible assets. What are intangible assets? They ask. Sometimes they ask you what is depreciation. Simple question. There are 2-3 methods of depreciation are there. They want you to tell about that also. Then about Coal India Limited, its performance and other things, you please get to know. And if you are strong in GST, if you are strong in tax, take them to that area so that you will get more questions in that. Then a normal chartered accountant questions can be, how will you lead the team of accountants? What is your area of specialization? What accounting system do you plan to implement? You are not going to change, you are going to continue what is there in CIL. Can you briefly explain your experience? Then how do you plan to keep the organization compliant with the state revenue service? Good questions. Really good questions. Then you can also go through global guideline. Global guideline interview questions. Harish Parnapalli, how are you? Harish, how are you? Good morning. Harish has become 3 months more older. Correct? Since we saw lost. పైలే లాస్ట్ టైం ఎప్పుడు చూసానంటే మూడు మంత్స్ అవుట్, ఐ మీన్ 3 months ఓవర్. యా గుడ్. వేర్ ఆర్ యూ? విచ్ బ్రాంచ్ ఆర్ యూ? కర్నూల్. Which branch are you, Harish? Oh, good, good. Congratulations. So, are you taking care of all protection to safeguard yourself because bank is a place? Dharmavaram, acha, acha, main branch. Good, excellent, very happy. Dharmavaram, good, good, good. Very happy, very happy. Good. Yeah, and you're, yeah, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, I was just telling about chartered accountancy. Here in the chartered accountancy, you can have questions on this area also. What is this? Like from this website, there are questions given. From this website, global guideline, everything they need not ask, but something they can ask. What is a chartered? Who is a chartered accountant? Define economics. What is the importance of strategic management? Why explain why is economics seen as a social science? Explain what is incidence of tax. Explain trade discount and rebate. What is balance of payments? What are the disadvantages of mixed economy? What is the explain the golden rule of accounting? Then explain how is the education investment human capital, education and investment in human capital. What are the advantages of leaving the allocation of country resources to price mechanism? Likewise, so many questions are coming, and I don't think they will ask everything, but some they can ask you. Tell me, what does the term person includes? Do you know who is a person? Resident, ordinarily non-resident? Then what main items are included in salary? Which employers are covered under voluntary retirement scheme? Public sector, any other company, any authority established, local authority, cooperative society, university. What is superannuation fund? Describe allowances which are fully taxable. Dearness allowance, city compensatory allowance, medical allowance, lunch allowance, servant allowance, family allowance, water allowance, overtime allowance, family allowance. Tell me what type of income is included under the head of income from other sources. Bank interest, interest on deposits in companies, interest received on delayed refund of income tax, interest on loan, insurance, commission, agricultural income received from a land situated outside the country. Inside the country, no. Then sitting fees received by a director, remuneration received by member of parliament, family pension, interest on income tax, a refund. Likewise, these questions they can ask you. Then explain the difference between short-term capital asset, long-term capital asset. List the criterion for exemption of HRA. I think in the present income tax, I think when you take 5 lakhs, almost all these things are given exemption. If you know about that, get to know about it. If you don't know, get to know about it. What is pension? What is gratuity? Then list the 5 heads of calculate total income of SSC. What is capital budgeting? Why you choose to become a chartered accountant? Can an FCRA utilized bank account transfer amount to FC account? Yeah. What is the real work of chartered accountant after becoming a chartered? You know about it. So likewise, the questions can come. Then you can also go through this wisdomjobs.com. Wisdomjobs.com. Here there is one link, sir, where there are 250 questions. Everything they will not ask. Explain the difference between short-term capital asset, long-term capital asset. What is superannuation fund? Some questions are repeated. Explain what is inflation, what is Ramsay pricing, what is BOP, what is CA, likewise. Please go through these questions also. Then chartered accountant interview questions, another one. I think I've already given this link anyhow. I am giving it again if I have not given. Okay. Similarly, in this Indeed.com, which accounting platforms have you worked with? How have you used automation? What do you do when you have tight deadline? Some questions, how do you answer questions from client? In fact, in one interview, they asked, how will you manage a very troublesome customer, one who shouts? So likewise, questions can be asked. Okay, very good. Then 36 interview questions, Naukri.com. What is balance sheet? What does tally accounting mean? What is the difference between capital and revenue transaction? What is the meaning of working capital? What is the meaning of premises in terms of accounting? What is VAT? This question they are asking in many interviews. What is the basic accounting equation? Then here the answer is given as assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. How are accounting and auditing different? What is retail banking? What are trade bills? What is double entry bookkeeping? What is debit and credit note? Can you name the different branches of accounting? Financial accounting, management accounting, cost accounting. Please get to know the details. What does the term dual aspect mean in terms of accounting? Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Name the accounting events that are a part of compound entries. What is the inactive and dormant account? Dormant account is that which is not operated. Inactive is one that is not operated for 10 years. What are fictitious assets? Fictitious assets are assets that cannot be shown or touched, but can only be felt as rights, goodwill, etc. What is the meaning of general ledger account? General ledger is a type of account that a company maintains for recording information of a specific type of transaction, such as assets, liabilities, gains, losses, equities, etc. In short, these accounts are maintained for recording all type of transactions that are exaggerated in the income statement and balance sheet. What are balance sheet accounts? What is marginal cost? What is the meaning of overhead in accounting? How many accounting standards are there in India and you are familiar with? There are over 41 accounting standards in India. These standards are set up by Accounting Standards Board. What does deferred tax liability mean? It stands for the fact that a company will be required to pay more tax in future due to its transactions in the current period. What are accounting applications you have used? What is GST? It is a goods and service tax, a type of indirect tax that is charged by the seller to the customer on the value of the goods or services availed. GST was implemented in India on 1st July 2017. This type of tax has replaced all previously existing indirect taxes. What is bank reconciliation? What are different financial constraints that can have an impact on the company's financial statements? Good question. Zero balance between benefits and cost incurred. Qualitative characteristics having no or zero balance. I am not understanding this. Kindly go through. I am not able to understand this. What is the question? What are the different financial constraints that can have an impact on companies' financial statements? Too much delay leading to irrelevant information. Having no clarity between true and fair view presentation. What is the meaning of GAAP? Generally accepted accounting principles. Please go through this. In your view, what are the concepts, terms that an accountant should have in good knowledge of? An accountant should have a good knowledge of the following: analyzing and reporting financial data, budget planning, account management, basic accounting principles, knowledge of financial rules, knowledge of various accounting software. What is cost objective and why is it done? Cost objective is the process of recording all the cost incurred by the company in running the usual business. This is done to ascertain the cost of loss and profit ratio of the company. Yeah. So some of these questions I think I have covered in all about finance and accounting. Simple questions they can ask you about what is fixed assets, what is current assets. Then ratio analysis. This also they can ask you ratio analysis. Ratio analysis I found. You can use this also. Thank you. I think I gave this only for one boy who asked. I think this will be of great use for all the interviewees, those who are appearing for all the interviews, but more especially for finance. And if you want like this for triple E and other areas, you can always get to see them from Wisdom Jobs and other sites by going through Google. If you want any guidance, please tell me. Thank you. Best wishes.